And cut. That's an awkward transition, but apparently I ran out of things to do and to say because the airplane is now put together. Yay! So as you notice, I am sitting inside of it. It has wheels on it. The rudder does rudder stuff, and the same thing with the elevator. Man, that took a lot longer than I wanted to. If you notice, probably the elevator ended up coming out different, but let me hop out of here. Come on this side, Sam. But if some of you have probably looked at my CAD drawing, just the slight pictures of it, basically there was supposed to be a cable here and going under there and a bunch of pulleys and whatnot. That was not very good the more I thought about it, and I built it and I had to change it, so here we are with this push rod setup. So this push rod setup comes over here to this bell crank. So that's much better. I'm satisfied with that because that puts a torsional load onto that structure part rather than my control yoke or control stick in that case. So what else? What do you think?
Is it flying yet?
No. I mean, the plan was to build this airplane in about a month, but the problem is we got that tank project we're also working on, which you guys will probably see really, really soon, but that took like 5 days of my allotted time, and I had a bunch of setbacks with like dealing with the control systems and all that and thinking too much about how I want to make this fuselage part. Luckily, this stuff is done, so we're getting close. The next thing to do is put the wings on and mount the motors, do all that stuff. The all-up weight right now with the wheels and all that garbage is probably around 100 pounds. I think we put it on the scale and picked it up. Yeah, doing that inside there was interesting. We like stuck all these block scare, hot wired it, but coring it out was fun. I don't think I filmed that, but I used to get torch and some other stuff to blow out the fire, so it would melt the foam and then carve it out. That's kind of a big ordeal. We'll clean that up later. Landing gear, I'm pretty happy with this so far. This is a 1/4 inch aluminum. It may or may not be strong enough, but it probably is just enough just for my weight because I don't weigh a whole lot. But with the cables here, doing it this way like almost J3 style landing gear, it should be fine, at least dealing with this. But the problem is dealing with the pushing and shoving. I don't need anti-drag wire, so that's one thing I'm going to be doing here, which you don't see yet. But the cable will come off here and go up to somewhere up here in the nose. But that's just for anti-drag. So we'll do that with the landing gear. What else? Let's come over here. So these cables are done. You all saw the elevator last week. These cables are done because I'll be taking it apart in a second. I think that's it. It's kind of a boring update, but we are getting done. Man, I really wanted this done in a month, but it looks like it's gonna be a month and a half. Oh, Flight Fest. I'll probably bring this to Flight Fest if you guys are aware of that event. It's a event put on by Flight Test, which is the other channel I used to work for. It's really cool. So I'll probably either have this on display or maybe flying, depending on how much flight testing I can do in between that time, because I don't really want to do any flight testing at an event with an airplane. That just sounds terrible. But Oshkosh is definitely happening, so if you guys want to see, I will be doing a talk at the Theater in the Woods on Friday, 8 o'clock. That's the last week of flight. Dates here, I'll put them there. So check that out. That'll be cool. Live streaming will be live on Twitch this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's correct, right, Sam?
Yes.
All right, cool. So if you guys want to ask any questions and stuff, feel free to do that. We'll be further along in the project. Hopefully the wings are on it by then, because almost all that stuff came, so we can just do that real quick. And I think that wraps it up. That's a cut, right?
Cut.